When I'm coaching sport athletes, I never have them use the barbell. And so today was a strength day, and I utilized these exercises instead of the barbell, and I'll go over the how and the why. So today was strength. I view this sled drag as a deadlift. The biggest benefit is that you get to work your left and right side, which is more sport specific, right? In most sports, you have to use both left and right leg. And then you can go as heavy as you want and still add plates to show progress, to show improvements in strength. But there's no weight on the joints. Athletes already get beat up enough from the repetitive motion, so there's no need to add a barbell. So no matter how heavy that is, it's not sitting on his back, his knees, things like that. So then the push kind of mimics more of a squat motion. So he's going to focus on the leg drive as much as possible. But when he does that, we get to really assess each side, because the goal is to focus on keeping his core tight, his oblique, and then flex the glute every drive. And one of the indicators that you'll see that glute's not firing properly is the heel will drop lower than the other side. And some people can't keep their glute on, the heel keeps tapping the ground. So you'll see that the right side, which I was continuing to yell at him for, to fire that right glute, fire that right glute. So same concept, no tension on his back or his hip or knee if that back squat didn't go right. So this right here is a push. So instead of a bench press, we rather use this movement, this floor press, because he gets to push his whole back on the ground. But the sequencing is he's going to fire his glute, hamstring, and core every single rep. Then he's going to fire his pec and lat. So the timing's more important, because if you can control that in the right sequence, then he learns how to control the body for his sport movements. But just like a bench press, it puts you in a weird position that you'll never really find yourself in. This way, holding that kind of glute bridge, which a lot of people do, but then if you pair that glute bridge up with the press, you're going to get a lot out of it. So this movement right here is getting a hip hinge going, where he's anchoring hamstring and glute. So it's a push-pull today with the sleds. And then being able to pull through with his lats, keeping his pec tight, just allows him to really use the full body as opposed to anchoring himself down in a traditional kind of lat row or any type of barbell bent over row. Because this way you could really fine tune. And if you look, traditionally, most people don't hinge properly and put all the tension in the lower back. The other angle is more upright. So the last row was mimicking more like rounded torso position. Think rowing on a rower, right? Or running. This one's more of an arch position, still with the hip hinge, where he's really targeting the lower lats. So this mimics more of that like pull-up posture, bench press posture, or whatever sport technique that you have to use. For Bailey, it's more of like a throw. So this is definitely more focused on the lower lat. Then after we did the sled and the push and the pull or push and row, then we finish with this drill to fine tune any of the weak links that we found. So right now, it's not just a hold. You'll see that he is really engaging the hamstring and glutes, which is the primary objective. So this allows you to really tighten up functionally, because again, in most sports, you're standing, running, jumping. So he's learning how to engage the hamstring and glutes, standing, and then he's tightening up his pec and his lat the whole time. So he's fighting as hard as he can, and this allows you to figure out what gives out first. So if he doesn't feel his hamstring or glute anymore, he's going to keep trying to re-engage it. If he doesn't feel his right lat, he's going to continue to re-engage it. A lot more functional type of core training than, like, let's say, the traditional plank. So whatever he didn't feel during his push, pull, and sled, then this is a great time to really fine-tune it. It also teaches you how to breathe while flexing, which is another issue. Go, 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 go. Nah, yeah. Keep it. Small steps. Come on. This is the smooth part. You got it. Finish strong. Finish that takedown. This is for the match. Go. Nice.